Good morning, guys, and welcome to the show. Today we have another interesting one for you. We're going to test the math method of gain settings against using an amp dyno to see if the results are the same. We have a small 300 watt amp. Let's get started. This is the Kenwood Motorsport KACM 3001. It is just a small 300 watt amplifier, which is perfect for what we're going to be doing today. This particular amplifier, according to the box, puts out 200 watts at 4 ohms and 300 watts at 2 ohms. It's the 2 ohm rating that we're going to be going for to see if we can get a 300 watts out of this. To do that though, we need to do some math. We have 300 watts times 2 ohm equals, and then take the square root, and that gives us 2449. That is our target AC voltage that we want to get out of this amplifier to get the 300 watts out of it. To set up the amplifier, we're going to hook up our power supply, and we have our voltmeter. We'll also need to use a test tone. We're going to be using a 40 hertz 0 dB test track for this. The amplifier is hooked up to the same power supply and radio that we're going to be using for the amp dyno. We have the CD all queued up with the 0 dB track. Let's press play. Zooming in on the meter, we want it to say basically 24.5. Slowly start turning up the gain. A little too far. As you can see, it really doesn't take much. We're just going to call that close enough. If you want to do this and add in, let's say, -5, -10 dBs of gain overlap, you can do that. Set this with that test tone playing. This amplifier is set up. We have 24, roughly 24.5 coming out of it. This should be 300 watts. Put it over on the dyno, see how much wattage it's putting out. All right, we have this camera set up to show the output voltage of the amplifier. This camera is showing us the amplifier connected to the power supplies, the amp dyno, and the radio. This is what we use to set up this amplifier, to stretch it over here. We'll be looking at this to get our numbers. We're not going to go through and do every test on here. We're just going to do the uncertified dyno run. I think that'll give us the best example of what we're trying to achieve. We're selecting 2 ohm. And that gives us 299 watts. And there you have it, using the digital multimeter to set up the gain. We got the 300 watts we were looking for. I don't know if this proves anything, if this shows anything. It was just one of those crazy ideas that I had that I was like, hey, we got these tools, let's see if this works. And it did. And that's pretty awesome. And as always, Fernando.
On to the next one, guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching this one, as weird as it was. You guys have a great night as always. We'll see you later next time.
Bye.
Bye.